Hello, welcome to this episode of the FANMEN podcast. I'm DJ Gove.
Chris Davis.
Sean Hogarty.
What was that?
That was new.
Huh.
Our sound effects budget went
Somebody
way up
feeling
since the last
frisky
episode.
tonight.
No, I'm tired.
Yeah, we're sorry. We do this on Friday nights, and it's probably
It's been
not
a
the best
brutal
time,
week.
but
It's been a brutal month. It's
yeah, me too.
it's good to sit down and not talk about work or school or doctors. All the good things of this month are in the past.
Let's talk about buying stuff.
Let's talk about buying stuff.
Anyone buy anything sweet?
I just bought. I've been off comic buying for a while. I mean, other than picking up my pull list, I haven't really bought anything. But this week, I picked up a couple things on eBay randomly because I thought, I don't remember why it came across my head, but the character of Bat Cow. Are you guys familiar with Bat Cow?
Yeah.
I have a stuffed one upstairs.
Well, there you go. I don't think I was familiar with it until I was reading through. This is a number of years ago. Batman Incorporated, the second series of Batman Incorporated, which did include the death of Damian Wayne Robin, and we've talked about that in the past. I love that, but Bat Cow makes an appearance, and it was just cool. I don't remember why it came into my head, but I looked up what's the first appearance of Bat Cow, thinking it might have been that particular issue. And I found out it's Tiny Titans issue number 17. Now, Tiny Titans is kind of a very kid-oriented book. I mean, it's
extremely,
not. Yeah, I think I have maybe a couple copies from Free Comic Book Day or something like that. And I'm like, Tiny Titans 17. Oh, I'll go look it up. Can't find any copies in normal place, so I go on eBay, and there's a few, but most of them are in crappy copies. But they're selling for like $20 a piece. First appearance of Batman. I'm like, this is not a major character, right? Why is somebody else interested in this? And apparently sometime in the past year or so, they announced that they're doing a Super Pets movie or TV series. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so Batcow is supposed to be in it. But the fact is, I'm like, well, it's a character I like. It fits something. So I bought a couple copies of Tiny Titans 17, first appearance of Batcow.
I would have never been able to pull that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what you can blame for that is same thing with Spider-Ham.
Yeah.
God bless Spider-Man.
Yeah. Peter Porker and
Probably the best origin story ever.
I don't know it.
Aunt May is a pig, and she's a scientist, and she creates a nuclear hairdryer. When she sits in it, she gets zapped, and she ends up biting the spider, and the spider turns into Spider-Ham, turns into a pig, and she thinks this is her nephew. She gets like amnesia from the blast, and it's the fucking weirdest thing.
That is, and this is official Marvel book.
Oh, yeah.
It's canon.
It was like a goofy book, like a Tiny Titans kind of thing, and it lasted, I think, like 17 issues or something like that. But now that thing is worth
I saw that
bucks,
it spiked recently
because of he was in. They started doing toys for him in the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, coming the Spider-Verse stuff. Which I know we're not talking trailers, but I saw that, and that. Where did I see that trailer? Like in the movie theater? No, it was on a TV.
They started dropping it in the movie theater,
but it was
a long time ago.
And it had Miles Morales and stuff. It looks fantastic.
They're saying the movie's fucking amazing.
Yeah,
they started doing screens for it, and people are saying it's awesome. It's just
it looked great.
Currently sitting at 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I still like Batcow more than Spider-Ham, but I've never read Spider-Ham.
Yeah.
So
Spider-Ham's hilarious. He really is. So actually, I picked up the Walgreens did a exclusive Funko Pop. Oh. I picked that up, and then I bought the Marvel Legends figure. My first ever
Marvel Legends figure of Spider-Man.
I don't know how to respond to that.
So with the new run of Marvel Legends figures, I haven't bought any of them because they're just so dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
And
for the record, the correct way to respond to any of DJ's things is eye rolling.
Yes.
Roll your
eye rolling, head drop.
But I was at the store.
Face palm.
I was at GameStop.
Mm-hmm.
They opened a box, and there was one sitting on the top of the box, and they were like 25% off.
Bingo.
And I had a coupon thing, so I paid like $7 for him, and he's going for like $39.99 on eBay already.
But you're not selling, so why does it matter?
I don't know. I'll trade it. I'll have someone who wants it, and I'll trade them something for it.
There you go.
So it's trade bait for me. But he is, because he looks just like Porky Pig in a Spider-Man costume.
I mean, that's
it's pretty cool.
Have we ever seen Porky Pig and Spider-Ham in the same place?
Ooh.
No.
Yeah.
Because Porky's a Warner Brothers character. You're never going to see it.
And the Dream.
Nobody would expect.
I just crushed it. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
How about you, Chris? Did you buy anything?
Nothing big. I've kind of throttled back after my recent
after your
exploits.
recent,
yeah.
Oh, Christmas is coming.
You bought a frame though, right?
I did get a piece frame that I had previously bought during New York Comic Con, I believe. Alex Ross had put out a new signed edition of, he basically collected 4 of his previous paintings, Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, and the Flash, and they put it all together in one collage. So I did get that framed.
I saw that.
It's
beautiful.
gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Anything Alex Ross does is gorgeous.
That next to your pencil.
It's probably going to go. So that was my first thought.
Yeah.
So now the hunt is to see if I can find a Flash
Find a
pencil.
good way to do it. Yeah.
I need the Flash head study now.
Yeah, that's
So much wall space.
That's the type of thing that
Stay
would bother
tuned
me.
for the next. Yeah, that's going to bug the hell out
He's
of me.
going to get one now.
That won't come in a box, so there won't be another what's in Chris's box.
No.
Stay tuned for a future episode, maybe. You boys continue on. I'm going to search for something right now.
He's going to buy it tonight.
He's going to buy something while we're doing it.
I spent a lot of money.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well,
So yeah.
So we talked previously, about things. I think we talked about your plans for Thanksgiving not being
Traveling
home.
the countryside.
Right. This is the first time we've seen you since you did that.
Yep.
So, yes, you spent money.
I spent
Tell
money.
us.
So we went out to Disneyland
Mm-hmm.
to start with. And obviously Disneyland's just its own expense.
Yeah.
But there was stuff to buy. So.
Really?
Yeah, there
At
was.
Disney?
At Disney?
At Disney, there's some stuff to buy.
They sell shit?
They do. I heard they dabble.
Yeah.
They dabble. So.
Isn't it just a series of stores that they put rides around?
Yeah.
So you have an excuse to go into the stores?
Exactly. It's a
The
mall.
rides throw you into
Pretty
the
much.
stores.
Exactly.
It's through the gift shop.
Literally.
So,
yeah.
I mean, I think I
Great
behaved.
Banksy documentary.
I know.
It is.
I did behave.
What? Bullshit.
No, there's so much shit I could have bought, but
Yes.
So-
of the infinite shit you could have bought, you did not buy all of it. If
Right.
that counts as behaving, yeah.
But I
You
guess
left
so,
a
like-
few things in the gallery.
So yeah, so one thing we bought, and it was for the house, is we have the theme, kind of like our dining living room area, is like just vintage Disney park stuff.
Yeah.
So we had not picked up the Haunted Mansion sign yet. It was sold out. It was sold out at Disney World when we were there. Disneyland had like 4 of them left, so we
How
scooped
big
that.
are they?
The Haunted Mansion sign's about. You can't see my hands at home, but
I think I see it in my head.
it's like the oval sign,
Yeah.
like the Madame Yoda head on it with the
yeah,
Haunted Mansion.
It's smaller than the golf
Yeah,
ball.
but I
It's
think
18,
I know what
rounded,
you're
yeah.
18 by
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
but it's gorgeous. And we get our DVC member discount on stuff. So when you can take the discount off the top of it, it helps with the shipping and stuff like that. So we picked that up. I ended up buying. So we went to the Star Wars launch bay, which normally Star Wars to me is dangerous. Like I was in there and I'm like, I want a phone case and I want to do this and I want this action figure. And they had like the hot toys. They had all the hot toys.
Oh, nice.
Never buy them there. Even with the discount.
It's still more
I
than
almost bought the
straight, right?
Han Frozen in Carbonite
Yeah.
when I was at Disney World.
I have.
And with the price jacked up at Disney, even after the discount, it was cheaper to order direct from Sideshow.
Yeah. But they had a.
Little aside.
No, they did,
Sorry.
but they had like the Vader one that Satchel was sold out of, and they had a couple of the ones. They had the one I really wanted was the Hoth Leia one.
Mm.
Oh, I don't
It's
know
beautiful.
if I've seen that one.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
gorgeous.
It is. I
Is
like.
it Hoth Leia from inside the base?
Yes, it's
Yes.
like
From
puffy
the hallway
vest. Puffy
scene?
vest.
Yeah, puffy
yeah.
vest, yeah.
I love that costume. I don't know why. I'm a big Leia guy anyway, but I almost bought that. But every time I looked over at my wife, I'd get the eye roll. Like, you're not buying a $300 fucking doll, you asshole.
No, they're
It's
they're
not a doll.
it's a
collectible
it's
statue.
a textured statue.
To her, there's real hair on it, and it's wearing a fabric costume. It's a fucking Barbie doll to her. But anyway,
No, that would be much larger.
yes, one thing. Fucking
You know why divorce is so expensive, right?
exactly. But one thing she actually like, was on I wanted it, but I didn't even bother saying, "Can I buy it?" Because she told me to buy it when I had it on. Was they actually had? It's weird. So there's a company called Mustard Brand.
Mustard brand.
They're in Europe,
Okay.
and they got the license to do Star Wars jackets.
Mm-hmm.
In America, I think the license went to Columbia, and Columbia did the 3 Hoth jackets,
Okay.
and they sold out in about 15 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And they all immediately went on eBay for like $800 a piece. They were fucking insane.
Yeah.
So this Mustard Brands, the girl from the launch base said, like, we don't know why we have them. We just opened a box and there was like 3 on the top of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay. And they happened to have my size. They had an extra large.
Yep.
And I looked online real quick, and with my discount, it was vastly cheaper than even the retail price or on eBay.
Mm-hmm.
But also that, you look around, they don't have any of these things anymore.
So I don't think you've actually said what jacket this is.
Yes. So it's a jacket that basically looks just like Luke's jumpsuit from Bespin from Empire Strikes Back.
Bespin.
Yes,
Bespin.
I'm sorry, I forgot
Yeah.
the yes. So it's like the tan one with the pockets and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
with the interesting pocket poles. or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, it's weird. It's
the
weird.
Tabs.
It's a cool jacket.
Yeah, and it's got the pocket on the arm. And it's got the Rebel Alliance logo.
So, is the Rebel Alliance logo actually on the jacket that he wears in the movie, or is that something that's on this?
I think it's
jacket?
on this one. I think.
I mean, I think it's cool, and it
actually,
doesn't
I think
take
it is.
away from it.
I think it is.
But I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't. I think
saw
it.
it.
Is. I'll
I
have to
saw
look
it
up.
when you brought it in tonight, and it looks fabulous.
Yeah, and it's
Spectacular.
it's weird too because it's a very comfortable
Oh,
jacket.
like it's a practical.
Yeah, it's not like
jacket.
it's not like a costume. It's a functional. Like I wore it to work today, and it's like 30 degrees out. I was warm. Like it's a warm ass jacket. I think in the movie he just had double pockets, maybe.
Yeah.
But
Well,
regardless,
regardless, that was a big purchase.
yeah, it was
definitely.
several $100s, and I put it on, and I looked at my wife, and she's like, "Just get it," because I've wanted this jacket since I was like 6 or 7
Oh
years
yeah,
old.
since you
So-
saw it, yeah.
and the fact that it's so movie accurate and functional, it's right up my alley.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I got that.
Now I know you bought some other shit.
Yep.
But I happened to notice, I think on Facebook, that you also bought permanent body alteration.
I did buy. yes, I did. So we went to Disneyland, and then we went to we drove to Las Vegas for Thanksgiving to meet my wife's family up in Vegas, and I'm a big fan of the show Ink Master.
Yeah. Which
It's
I've
a
heard of.
competition
I've never seen
tattoo
it.
show,
Mhm.
and it just so happens that my wife doesn't like tattoos,
Mhm.
but the deal is always like her favorite guy, our favorite guy, really from the show was this guy Walter Frank. They called him Sausage. If you can ever get an appointment with him, I'll let it slide, whatever. So he's got a tattoo shop in Vegas,
Mhm.
and I happened to call him like, "Hey, by any chance, does Walter have any availability on the day before Thanksgiving?" She goes, "Yeah, he's open all day." And I'm like, "Oh fuck."
Yeah.
So I got and also while we were in Disneyland, it was Mickey Mouse's 90th birthday.
Right.
On top of being our first trip to Disneyland, so to commemorate that, I got a tattoo of Sorcerer Mickey
Yep.
on my calf. I put a picture of it up on Twitter.
Yeah.
It came out gorgeous.
The color, the shading.
it's unbelievable.
I'm not a tattoo guy, but if you're going to do that, it's beautiful.
Yeah, so I didn't let
piece.
just anyone do it. So like I said, he's and he's real big on all the comic stuff and the stuff we talk about too. So he appreciated the subject matter. So he did an extra good job. So I'm very, very thankful for that. Hurt like a motherfucker, but
Yeah.
it hurt. Like I didn't
I've
think it was
never had a tattoo. I've had
Neither
temporary
have I.
tattoos.
Yeah.
I had a temporary Winnie the Pooh tattoo on my bicep one year.
sexy.
Yeah.
I have to get a real one now. Just went up here.
A real Winnie the Pooh tattoo?
You realize I could buy a box of, temporary tattoos to put on every day.
I know, yeah. And
No
probably-
pain, and it still
yeah.
costs less. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, it wasn't overly expensive because I had the thing forever, but it was fun. So
On a per day basis, it's
Exactly.
As his wife
You know.
said, he was paying somebody to scar him permanently.
exactly, yeah.
I think that's what you posted on Facebook.
Yeah.
It is. So I got the tattoo, and then back to Disneyland. Because I think we don't say it out loud, but deep down inside, we all want to be Chris Davis.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I
so-
say it out loud.
No, tell
constantly.
me more.
So-
Keep going.
Noise the crap out of my wife.
About a few episodes ago, Chris was down at Disney World, and he picked up the J. Scott Campbell Toy Story canvas.
Oh yeah,
yes.
yeah, it was beautiful.
So I didn't get the canvas because I knew the tattoo was coming, so I had to stay in budget. But I got the lithograph print of that,
Nice.
and then also before I even bought that, I was walking down in California. I was walking down the street, and I'm
Minding my own business.
minding my own business.
Wallet
Trying
in my
not to
pocket,
spend money.
Trying not to spend
Exactly,
money.
I was
Actively, like,
because I knew it was
blinders on.
I knew it was coming up, and from like 150 yards away, through a door in the back of the store, I saw something. And I'm like, I turned to my kid, I'm like, we're going in off the page. We're going in the store right now. I ran in, back corner of the store was the J. Scott Campbell Incredibles
Oh, yeah.
that he did.
Mm-hmm.
I
And,
still haven't seen Incredibles 2, but
You should.
Yeah.
The Incredibles are a
yeah.
special
Do you have a
place in
picture of
my-
that? 'Cause
I do
wanna
have a
see
picture
it.
of that. It looks like when he used to like Gen 13 and stuff like that. It
Yeah.
looks, it's
It
just,
fits
Oh,
his
really?
style
Interesting.
more than the
Is
Toy
it
Story
the whole
piece.
family?
yes, it is. I'm
Yeah.
pulling up right now. I have
Yeah.
a picture of it.
It's a whole group shot.
So I'm going to frame that side by side with the Toy Story one, kind of do like a J. Scott Campbell
Yeah, that's
like
a good
double thing.
Good pair. Yeah.
So like I said, I didn't get the canvas like Chris did, but I got the prints because that's
They actually didn't have any of his prints when we were down at Disney World. The only thing they had was the one canvas sitting
Yeah.
behind
Oh, wow.
For the toy, I had to go ask for the toy store when they had to go find it in the back. They said, "Oh, it says there's 2 of them." They had to go find it for me.
That's
Yeah.
really fantastic.
Yeah, the Incredibles one is money. So
You
like
always love it,
I
money.
could see like I saw it and I knew exactly what it was and I had to get it.
Mhm.
So I bought that. And then we bought some other stupid stuff. Like I said, it was Mickey's 90th birthday, so we happened to be there the day the pin came out, the exclusive pin. So we scooped one of those, and then the sippy cup, the giant Mickey cup
Jeez.
that people were waiting in
What
line
are you
for.
doing to him in that picture?
I'm holding him
Yeah.
by the foot.
Mhm.
People were waiting in line for this cup for like an hour. It was insane. I bought it by accident. I thought I was standing in. We were in California Adventure over here, and I was like, it was 10 o'clock in the morning. So of course I wanted tacos. It's 10
As one does.
as one does. So I'm like, so I see like the people opening the windows at the taco place in the back of the counter. I'm like, oh fuck yeah! So I went and stood in line. I got up. I'm like, oh yeah, let me have it. So I'll take the taco plate. She goes, oh, we're closed. Like the ones everyone else buying. She goes, oh, well, we got the cup. I'm like, oh, okay, give me a cup. Fuck it.
Yeah.
And I was like, and she goes, and you can get tacos in 10 minutes in that line. I was like, oh, okay. So I went over, and I was first in line for the tacos.
So you got a cup and
And
tacos.
And tacos.
Was it Tuesday?
No, it was not. But every day is Taco Tuesday in California.
Amen. Everywhere, as far as I'm
Everywhere, yeah. Yeah, so that was the big pull was that I got the very expensive Star Wars jacket and the 2 art prints that I'm in love with.
And the ink.
And the ink.
And the ink.
Oh, and I put on Twitter too, was like I managed to find a Chase Pop at Disneyland.
Yeah, that's
like-
pretty random.
Yeah. Even my kid goes, she goes, that's so you. It's not even funny. She's like, just buy it.
Mhm.
I don't know, like it's the character Yes from Wreck-It Ralph.
Mhm.
Have no particular attachment to it, but had the sticker on it, and I found it at Disneyland of all places, where I'm sure the employees hoard that shit and never makes it to the shelf
Because they're like you.
because they know better.
They cheat.
Exactly.
Any Chase Pop is worth twice as much on eBay. So that's what I bought.
Very nice. Well, aside from spending money, a lot of trailers came out.
Yeah, we got a lot to catch up on. A lot. So start with Lion King.
Yeah.
So the trailer for the Jon Favreau Lion King remake came out.
Mhm.
People call it live action. It's really not. It's just fancier
Yeah,
animation.
there's no actual photographed elements in it. Though I'll be interested to see because it's so photoreal. I wonder if they did shoot. I'm interested to see how they produced it.
Well, they just like Jungle Book. Like
Yeah.
for Jungle Book, they put ping
I
pong
didn't
balls.
see. I didn't see Jungle Book.
Oh, you will want.
Oh, you need to
you
go
should
back
watch
and
Jungle
watch
Book
that.
because it is a gorgeous movie. But
Mhm.
they put ping pong balls on panthers. They motion
Okay.
capture. They motion cap real animals.
Oh
for
yeah,
it.
that I have no
Oh,
problem.
okay, yeah.
But that's not live action.
No.
That said, we're talking
Yeah.
about a
But that one has Mowgli in it at least. The kids.
Yeah,
the
the
kid's
kid's
actually
real.
there.
Yeah,
This
there
one-
are people in
There's no human character in the Lion King.
yeah.
It's Hamlet with animals. There's
That said, the trailer had a lot of what appeared to be shot for shot,
Yeah.
angle for angle, recomposed things, and that gives you a weird feeling because the Lion King. I saw it in the theater. I remember seeing the trailer for the Lion King, which was the entire opening of the shot up through the big boom
Yep.
at the end of the song, and I was in some teeny little theater in Copley, Copley Theater in the Copley Mall in college, and I was so affected by the opening of that movie and the song.
yeah.
The song is
course, the
everything.
soundtrack.
The ending bass thump with the
Yep.
title, The Lion King, was everything. Seeing that echoed in this trailer was a mixed thing for me. Undeniable joy at the baby lion, the weird panning aerial shot as Simba's held up over the baboons.
Mhm.
and they bow and everything.
and the Pride Rock or whatever that rock.
Yep.
I'm interested to see how it comes out because I want it to feel not like I'm watching an updated video game engine on a game I used to play.
Yeah, I think that 90% of that movie is gonna be shot for shot.
Yeah.
I think it is. I think it's
So
essentially
you
going to be
get
the
James
same.
Earl Jones. Why the hell don't we have Jeremy Irons?
I don't know. So the cat.
That's a great question.
So even more than that. So the cast is good.
Well, of course
It is. The one thing is, do you guys know who Billy Eichner is?
Yeah.
The guy from Parks and Rec. Oh, you haven't
Yeah.
watched Parks and Rec yet?
Yeah, but-
he does like Billy on the Street.
Mhm.
Very eccentric.
Yeah.
He guy's funny as hell. He's doing Timon.
Okay.
which is cool and all that.
Oh yeah.
But I think the one voice you're gonna miss the most in that movie is gonna be Nathan Lane.
Yeah.
Nathan Lane is sneaky, like genius sneaky when it comes to like anything.
Yeah.
He's
not
phenomenal.
sneaky. I mean, he's right in the pocket.
Oh, he's a genius.
I think that's gonna be the most. I mean, I'm not saying Billy's gonna do a bad job. I think that's gonna be the one thing that.
Well, the real question is if they don't have the same guys, then they need to tweak the characters to match the people they use.
Which I'm sure.
I don't want to hear bad impressions of Scar and bad impressions of Timon and Pumbaa.
Yeah, no, I think they will tweak it because Seth Rogen's doing Pumbaa.
Yeah. Who's doing the toucan or whatever?
John Oliver.
Yeah, John Oliver.
Yeah, see, well, I can see that.
Yazoo.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then adult Simba is Donald Glover.
Really?
Yep. And then adult Nala is Beyonce, which I'm not super stoked about, but whatever.
Yeah, it feels like stunt casting, but
I mean, it is. But I mean, I think
the first day views of the trailer are any indication,
no one
it's
gives a
going
shit.
to be making
oh
all
yeah,
the
it's
money.
going to make.
It's
going to
make $1.5 billion.
What was the number we threw out before? 225 million views in 24 hours.
Yeah,
it's
I was
insane.
one of them.
Oh, of course.
All right, so in the same vein, the Dumbo trailer also was out there. Let's
Yep, Dumbo's coming out.
Much more actual mix of live action because there are real people.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah, there are real people in it. Is it Colin Farrell's in it?
I hadn't followed it. Yeah, that's the one thing that threw me is the amount of names that they have. Danny DeVito pops back up as the ringmaster.
Yeah.
I mean,
as
you're watching the trailer, I'm like, oh shit, he's in it.
That's
Yeah.
pretty
look at
straight.
that. Oh.
That's a logical casting.
You know what's funny too? It's like he's like the ringmaster, and as soon as I saw the trailer, the first thing I did was I went and watched Big Fish again. Or I'll take that back.
I watched in ages.
I watched as much as Big Fish as I could without crying. Because I just that movie.
Yeah.
That's like my Notebook.
I mean, I cry at every movie.
Yeah.
That's because you're a big sensitive log.
Going back quick to Lion King, the guy who played Baron Mordor, Cheekweek, he's playing Scar.
Oh, okay.
So he's a very good actor. Very good actor. So it's gonna be good.
So is it? Yeah, that feels like some interesting casting change choices.
Yeah. But I mean, you're gonna miss a couple voices. Like I said, Nathan Lane. You might. There's no Cheech as Ed.
Yeah.
So I don't know if the Hyenas are even in this, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But like I said, it's gonna make all the money, and for a lot of people, especially like in my age range, Lion King's their favorite.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite, but it's a top 10 for me.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm like a lot of, I think I echoed the sentiment of a lot of people my age too, is like it was hard enough in standard definition. I don't think I can watch Mufasa die in 4K, man. It's gonna fucking ruin me.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's one of the worst. Oh my gosh, one of the worst moments of any freaking movie.
So Simba's eyes, baby Simba's eyes, as he's getting the red stuff on his forehead and stuff, are expressive enough. I mean, the 2D animated Simba's face as he's next to his dad is gonna, already kills you. It's gonna, if they do that shot for shot, it's going to
be
wreck
crushing
you. Yeah.
I didn't even think of the enhanced emotion on the baby lion. Thanks, Sean.
No, that's but that's going to do it. Right?
It's going to fucking just. I'm fucked. I'm screwed. I'm going to have to buy extra popcorn because I'm going to make the first one soggy.
And this is, I think Lion King is still my favorite animated Disney movie. Oh, that was the last one that I really looked forward to. Like, it's probably high school when that came out.
Wasn't it one of the?
That one I remember.
Wasn't it one of the first of the? Well, it was after Little Mermaid, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was after Little Mermaid. It was 94, 93.
Yeah, it was about.
I think it was Little Mermaid. Yeah. It was Little Mermaid, then Beauty and the Beast, then Lion King, then Aladdin.
Something like that.
It was like the Renaissance.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, it was the Renaissance, but it was the one that meant more to me because it wasn't one of the Disney princess stories, right? It wasn't quite as kid oriented. And again, that trailer I saw without knowing. I was watching an adult movie, and that trailer happened, and it just hit me.
Plus, Beauty and the Beast. I knew because I had seen the Ron Perlman show back in the day, and I knew who Aladdin was from. I had no idea what the fuck that movie was about. You didn't know The Lion King wasn't like a fable that you grew up on.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
So, I mean, it made all the money back then, too. Plus, on that, you have all the original songs come back. And from what I hear, Elton John wrote 2 new songs for the movie. So the music will be great.
Yep.
So it's going to make all the money.
But, no doubt.
So poor Dumbo. We keep Dumbo. So Dumbo, I'm kind of up in the air about.
Yeah, me too. That's funny, though.
But
no pun intended.
Yeah.
The thing with Dumbo is that I don't like all the human characters in it.
Yeah.
But now that, going back, because I haven't watched it in a while.
I haven't watched Dumbo since I was a kid.
I've watched it in my adult life. I watched it with my daughter, but man, Dumbo's a fucking weird movie, man.
I don't know that I don't know that my kids have seen it. Like it's
I know Harley's
it's
seen
so
it. We have it on the
old.
rack up there.
It's weird. And Tim Burton's doing it too. And
Yeah.
Tim Burton's not Tim Burton to me anymore. He's kind of lost his luster.
My guess is that it's going to be a wonderful watch. I think it will do well. I think
It's
they're
going to
going
be
to have
visually
a,
striking.
Yeah, it's the first one to come out. It comes out first, so
Yeah.
it won't suffer from any kind of fatigue with the live action Disney stuff.
it's coming out before Lion
It comes
King?
out, yeah. Lion
And
King comes out in the summer. That comes out in March.
I really don't loop it into that same live action. It's with Burton at the helm.
It's different.
It's a
yeah.
different beast entirely.
I know. I made the joke online. I was talking to someone online about it. I'm like, yeah, you didn't see the trailer. Yeah, Johnny Depp pays the left ear and Helena Bonham Carter pays the right ear.
That's funny.
Because that's, I mean, to me, that's everything Tim Burton's done recently has just kind of been like, nah.
Yeah, but the star of the movie is Michael Keaton.
That's true. Michael Keaton's, yeah, he's the bad guy who tries to
Is
sell Dumbo.
Elfman doing the score?
I think
Elfman
so,
is
yes.
doing the score.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so.
He was. I think they just talked about that on
Yeah.
Smod.
No, that's
That he
right.
was doing Dumbo at the same time he was working on the Grinch, or he got the
yeah.
job for Dumbo
Yeah.
at the same time.
That's something I know it's not a trailer, but did either of you see the Grinch movie?
I have not yet.
I have not yet.
I've heard,
Really-
I've
We're
heard
probably
good
going
things.
this weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
I
not even.
hated the Ron Howard Grinch
Oh,
so
it
much.
sucked.
I didn't see it for 10 years because
It was so
bothered
bad.
me so much, just the makeup and stuff.
Oh, it was gross.
And when I did see it, I didn't. I just
You know what?
dislike it.
But for my nieces,
Yeah.
that's their Grinch.
Yeah,
That's just
It's
wrong.
The
man.
Grinch for us is the cartoon we grew up with.
I mean,
the
That's their version
24-minute
of it.
Grinch cartoon,
Yeah.
not the 2
I don't know what year the original, Chuck Jones Grinch came out. I feel like
70 something.
I feel like I
72.
saw it the first time it came out. Like
Maybe.
I feel like I did, but
I hear very good things about it though.
yeah. So I really want to see that. I'm sad.
66.
66. So clearly I did not because I was
No.
not alive then. But it was something I watched
Every year.
Every year.
Yeah. I used to watch every year too. I don't know. The Grinch is. It's not like a must for me for Christmas. And I think since the Jim Carrey one came out, it's soured even more. I just
stunk. Yeah.
Stunk. Although I do like the
Yeah, see, I don't have any overlap between the two. The
No,
Jim Carrey one did nothing to the original.
No.
Because I grew up a Seuss kid.
Yeah.
I mean, that was
I
my
wasn't as
bookcase
much
when
okay.
when I was a kid.
Yeah.
It was all Seuss, so the collected
Yeah.
editions.
Oh,
it
yeah.
was
Yep.
all of that.
But yeah, I didn't see that. I've actually, because I was on vacation, I missed a bunch of movies. I had planned when I got home to go catch up on Grindelwald and Wreck-It Ralph and all this stuff.
We did
gassed
go
out.
see Grindelwald, and I am ashamed to say I
Thoughts?
think I slept through the first 45 minutes, not because of, I think I was just tired. My folks were in town for Thanksgiving, and I had just been pulling a lot at late hours, and I just could not stay awake through it.
I heard
That
it
tells you something, though.
I
As a
don't.
fan of Potter, like you are,
Yeah, well, I mean, we went really for my kids more. I enjoyed the Fantastic Beasts movie far more than I thought I did.
Yeah, me too.
Especially the Muggle.
Jacob Kowalski.
Yeah,
My favorite Harry Potter
Yeah, I mean, he killed it, and I enjoyed seeing him. And I thought Johnny Depp did. I mean, he played a good villain stuff. I just didn't really get what the hell was going on.
Yeah.
Of course, maybe sleeping through a good chunk of the first half of the movie didn't
Missed all the
help.
setup.
Yeah,
I've heard from Potter people that they don't like it.
yeah,
The first one that they don't care about it.
yeah.
It's their Phantom Menace.
I can totally see that. Yeah.
what's this movie 10?
Well, there was 8, 9.
Because
Yeah,
it was 8
so
in the
it's
original.
the
So this
10th
is the
Potter
10th
movie.
one.
10,
So
so-
I mean, there's fatigue. It's going to set
Plus,
in.
like I heard like McGonagall's in it, and timeline wise, she shouldn't be anywhere near the movie. Like they fuck up some
she's
continuity.
in it, but you don't really see her, and you don't really hear her. Who plays Dumbledore?
Jude Law.
Yeah, so that I thought was fantastic. I thought the
He's good.
Dumbledore. I mean, yeah, I love Jude Law, but that felt consistent and right. I still didn't get the overall stuff. It was nice seeing Hogwarts in a different context and a different time.
Yeah.
And it gave them an
visuals-
excuse to re-release all those Legos.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, but otherwise, I mean, see it. But
Yeah. So you saw that, Chris. You saw Creed and Wreck-It Ralph, right?
I did. Yeah, we
Creed 2.
catching up on all the sequels.
All
Yeah.
the sequels.
Saw Wreck-It Ralph first.
Mhm.
Took Heather and Harley to that one. It plays better as an adult movie than
Okay.
it does as a kids movie. I mean, it really works as a social commentary of.
Well, it's about the internet, right?
It really
So,
is,
yeah.
and it takes dead
Kids
aim
don't
at
understand the internet.
everything that society lives on these days.
Yeah.
It made me laugh because there's all certain people that we follow online that all they're doing is like hunting.
Oh, yeah.
And that is a theme in one of it, that the main goal in life is to collect hearts, which means, so you're getting acceptance from people you don't know who can't affect your life, but somehow that makes you feel better.
Yeah.
It's a big F you to the internet, basically.
It's a big F you to everybody that lives on their device every day.
So
it's interesting.
We all have kids.
I'm going tomorrow night.
Your daughter, DJ, is the oldest, whereas Chris and I, our kids are a lot younger. Chris is the youngest. Our kids...
Just the tallest. Well, no. Second tallest.
Second tallest. Emma's taller than all.
Yeah, she's taller than all of us.
But our kids, maybe Athena a little bit less so, but have grown up where there is no before. So the context for internet is simply not there. And the fact is, it is scary and it is different. So I'm really interested to see that movie from that perspective.
She's had a phone since she was like 7 because she used to go to martial arts after school and had to have
so you had to have it,
It wasn't like an iPhone, but she had an iPhone young too, like middle school.
Yeah.
It plays. I mean, there's enough of your fluff to keep the kids interested, but it is definitely a social commentary.
All right.
But I heard the cameo dumps are just amazing in that movie.
Don't spoil them.
Everything's in it.
Everything's in it because Disney owns everything at this point. They can just crank out pretty much everything.
Cool. Yeah. And can you give us a quick 30 seconds on Creed?
2.
Creed? Yeah, sure. It's
2.
When I first saw I'm going to come over this fucking table at you.
2.
No, the first time when I heard they announced it, I didn't see any reason. I thought they had wrapped it up perfectly with Creed 1.
Yeah.
To the point where they made me care about Rocky again.
I didn't see Creed 1, though it's on my list. I've heard it's fantastic.
The first Creed is an amazing movie.
Yeah.
I loved it in more ways possible. And then, he went and made Black Panther. And it was just an incredible movie. And you cared about Stallone. You cared about that character again. It brought back all the feels. You forgave him for the crap that was in between.
Yeah.
Tommy Gunn
Rocky Balboa was good.
Rocky Balboa was excellent. But this was... It came full circle. Rocky's back, destitute on the streets of Philly. The whole thing had zero interest in a sequel until I saw that first trailer drop.
Yeah.
And they give you that 2-second snippet at the very end of it where they just show you the Drago name on the back of the...
Yeah.
Like,
and you're like, okay,
I'm in. Yeah. I'm back. As with, I think, every movie these days, you probably could have cut 15 to 20 minutes out of it.
Yeah.
There was a lot of stuff that you just didn't need.
I wish they'd get back to an hour and 45 being...
It's the norm.
They're trying to set up some of the emotional pull that you had in some of the Rocky movies. Yeah. Like the scene when Adrian was pregnant back then, you're going to have a kid. And you're trying to set up the weight of that as opposed to, no, it's Creed, Drago.
Yeah.
So it's amazing, though. I said this to my dad as we were walking out. So I've seen all of them that I've seen in the theater, I've seen with him. He took me to him when I was younger.
Yeah.
Showed them to me on VHS, the ones that predated me. And it's funny, you get to the end of that, and it's distinctly a 2018 movie, music, the whole thing, until the last fight scene. And you get the first few bars of that song, and you're a 10-year-old kid again, and all the feels rush back. And I'm like, oh, fucking it, man, I love it.
Right. Did you get Hearts on Fire during a trading month?
No. That is self-contained in the 1985.
Yeah.
Yeah,
all right.
Cool. Yeah. So I'll probably catch Creed next time I have like a night off and they're doing something.
Yeah.
I'll try to sneak over.
That's going to be since I haven't seen the first one particularly. I
bailed at lunch one day and took my dad.
Yeah. Creed 1 is like, I think like besides Rocky 1, obviously, because Rocky 1's in a class by itself, the best 2 Rocky movies was the last Rocky 1 and the first Creed 1.
Okay.
I love the Rocky Balboa movie. I love that movie.
Yeah, it was good.
You want to talk about the heartstrings? Yeah, the whole movie, tug.
Maybe I'll try to watch that. I do have a trip coming up.
There you go.
And maybe I can watch that one.
Yeah. Cool. So that's all caught up in the movie. So I said you guys have been better than me because I was away, but I'm hitting record
for going to movies. Yeah,
Wreck-It Ralph's tomorrow, definitely.
All right.
Excellent.
How about some TV shows? Any you guys all caught up on Titans? Except for the one that dropped today-ish.
So I haven't watched the most recent 2 episodes, but did get to the introduction of Jason Todd.
Okay.
And I mean, so far, other than our initial comments that this is an adult's show, it's not for kids. I'm really enjoying it. Starfire.
So am I.
hating less and less all the time.
Same here. Same
Right?
here.
Wrong.
I've gotten over this is not Starfire, and she is an interesting. You don't know what's going on with her, but she is
No, I like
a
her.
badass. Yeah,
She's
yeah.
a fucking wrecking
yeah.
machine in this show.
Yeah,
I don't even care that she's dressed like a prostitute.
No, but they
anymore.
fixed that. They fixed her
Yeah.
clothes finally.
yeah.
They finally put her like in like a pink metallic pantsuit kind of thing.
And there was a reason for that.
No, it
outfit.
makes sense.
But
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm enjoying the hell of it. Having two live action Robins with two different. I mean, capturing a Jason Todd personality that gets.
I think they
dick,
captured both personalities
the-
pretty well.
Yeah.
The actors they pulled for those.
You know,
And
really
they're doing
work.
a lot of Batman without Batman in it, and without him
Batman.
needing
Oh.
Batman. Yeah, back to
Love
God
the back
damn
door
it, Chris.
Batman.
you know what? It's he's getting a little closer to the front door because in the new
We're going to talk more Batman.
yeah, there's promos coming out where they're showing like Batman.
So
I don't think they're gonna put him front and center in the show, but I think
They're already
Are we
dropping
gonna
the
get-
safe houses, and
Yeah.
Are we going to get
he's in
like
this world.
a Bruce Wayne or a Batman, or actually hear a voice
think
or
we-
see a bat?
probably not this season, but I think it's going to happen. So, spoilers if anyone's not caught up within the last like couple episodes of Titans, but you already have, like we said, Jason Todd's around now.
Yep.
Dick Grayson has burned his Robin costume.
Yeah.
So the Nightwing transition is going to happen,
Yeah.
which, as we've talked about on previous top threes, I am fucking ecstatic for because I love Dick Grayson. To see
Yeah.
that that Arkham style Nightwing costume,
The
bring
kid's
it.
growing on me. The guy who plays Dick Grayson.
Yeah.
I'm throwing off. He's a detective, but he's damn young and thin looking to be a detective. They're pulling off the acrobatics and the Robin
Yeah.
aspect
Sure,
of it. So
he
they're
plays
setting up
the Robin
Nightwing
part
very
very
well.
well.
Yeah.
I think I'd like some more gravitas in his being a detective, and him being a detective that apparently doesn't ever have to go to the precinct is an interesting
No, it
choice.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm all in on it. I think it's been a
Yeah.
fantastic show. So
It's
far.
very close. It's. I mean, they kind of pulled both from I think it was 95 when the Nightwing Volume 1 started,
Yeah, sounds right.
and the
Somewhere
new
there.
52 stuff. They kind of pulled from both.
Mhm.
But yeah, like the kids. I didn't like. I knew the kid from Pirates of the Caribbean,
Yeah,
but he does kind of exude that leadership quality that he
Oh, yeah.
needs, and the whole they're trying to explain more why he's all pissed off at Batman, which is nice, and he has the
Yeah.
arguments with Jason Todd, and Jason Todd's a fucking prick, just like he's supposed to be,
yeah.
a complete loose cannon.
But you can also see him enjoying being Robin. And
Oh
I mean,
yeah, you
it's-
can. You
Yeah,
can also see him fucking going off his own and getting the shit kicked out of him with a crowbar. And
Yeah.
I can't wait for that to happen.
yes, but that implies either Joker or they rewrite something. So I'm
Yeah.
excited.
Even without seeing the Batman character, though, they're the implied Batman.
Mhm.
They're playing it correctly.
Yes.
Like when Dick left, Dick was cut out of his life.
Yeah.
He doesn't have access to the safe. I mean, he has access to nothing. At
He's
this
got to call
point.
Alfred and wire
But
money.
there's
on
a,
the side.
Exactly.
there's a tracker, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it's so
There is.
So,
They're playing that character
yeah.
Yeah.
perfectly.
So
To the point
3
where-
for 3
Oh yeah.
on Titans.
Oh, no
Titans.
question.
Yeah. there's,
It's-
I think the show is awesome.
I may
Like,
catch up tonight.
Yeah. me
yeah,
too.
yeah. I have to wait. That
This
one.
weekend.
That one I can't cheat with. I have to have Athena to watch that one.
You
She'll
can pretend that you
Yeah.
didn't see it.
I can't watch it
No,
with
she
my
can
kids,
tell.
so it makes it
She's-
easy.
I've done that enough where she can tell because when I don't see one, I'm all locked in. When I see it something ahead of time, she'll see pull up the phone every now and then, check an email from work or something like that. And
I don't think my wife I think if I got her to watch all the episodes up till now, she might be into it, but she just doesn't like to think or have to learn stuff.
Heather's kind of that way.
She can be brought into things organically, but if it has action in it or too many characters or implied backstory that she doesn't have knowledge of, it's a really hard sell for her.
Well, this one, I mean, they kind of did a very good job, but you didn't have to read Titans books to
Oh,
go to
I
hop into the
haven't.
show.
No, they
I
built the
haven't.
team
Yeah.
Yeah.
organically as they went through the first
But
couple.
I mean, my wife watched it with us too. She likes it. Like I said, my kid's all into it because she just loves the characters.
yeah, I didn't even bother
So-
bringing it to Heather.
Yeah, and like you said, like the Starfire thing. At first, I was all
Yeah, I'm over it. Yep.
The only thing is it's weird too because every now and then we'll dip back and watch some of the cartoons. And I watched them. I'm like, why doesn't she can't she just talk like Starfire talks?
Well, I'm just wondering, I mean,
Anyway.
is she an alien, all that stuff? But we'll
Yeah,
get there. But
You'll get
yeah,
there.
I think she. I mean, she obviously there's been some healing aspects, and they've alluded that she is. But so since they brought Jason Todd up, we were talking about DC recreated the poll online from the Death of
I
the Family.
did.
heard that.
Yeah.
So they did. If you could rewrite
It's
history
back.
in Death of the Family, would Jason Todd live or die?
He died
And
twice.
Right now it's 73%. The Joker fails and Robin lives, which blows my fucking mind because everyone loves Jason Todd because he's the Red Hood.
Yeah.
If Jason Todd doesn't die, you don't get the Red Hood. Red Hood doesn't exist. So, what? I don't get it. I don't get.
See, it never occurred to me because of the death of Jason Todd and the current incarnation of the Red Hood. I don't even remember how that happens or how he comes back. And don't spoil it for me. But they're separate for me.
You got to go back and read it.
So I'm like, if you give people a chance to vote
crisis.
to kill somebody, they're going to be like, kill him.
No,
because
I know. Well, like everything else in DC that they fixed, Crisis. That's all it was always Crisis.
Okay. Yeah.
Character.
Fictional character.
Fictional character.
Right.
There's no such thing. Everyone's real.
All right. So
Titans is
plenty
good.
of Titans.
Yep.
Titans good.
I'm about 2 away from the end of Daredevil.
Right. I haven't started it yet.
Okay.
But with the news today, the quote unquote cancellation.
You know what? My thing
So
is I like Netflix. But I do find myself with Netflix. I have Netflix just to watch the Marvel shows, really. Most of the movies they carry, I've already seen or I don't care to see.
Yeah, you never do it for them. It's the original program.
It's
I like the stuff, the random movies and stuff that I've seen them do and invest in. The Better
comedy
Call Saul is
specials.
actually a Netflix produced AMC aired,
Oh, that's cool.
right?
That's cool.
Are they AMC airing it?
They are AMC.
yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
But so I appreciate them, but this whole they're all being
the
canceled.
cancel thing, it's like
There's no way. The casting's too good, except for Finn Jones. But even that, the second season Iron Fist didn't suck all that horribly. But the point is, there's no way they drop the sets. The cast. You were talking about the sets and the casting and the deals.
They have it. It's
They
all there.
will continue.
they're saying Daredevil season 4 has already been all written and storyboarded, like ready to go.
They had it. It was the same thing with Iron Fist. There's supposed to be another Jessica Jones ready.
It's like
What about Punisher? Are we going to get more?
There's another season of Punisher in the can already. It's going to be released.
February.
Which comes first? Jessica Jones first and then Punisher?
I think Punisher first.
Both of them are ready.
Yeah, they're both done. You gotta wonder, but it's the fact that they're getting, and a lot of people use it as clickbait on the internet. But it's like these shows didn't get canceled. Disney priced them out.
Yeah,
Disney
and
wants
the
their shit
wording
back.
They just decided to be
very
difficult.
careful.
Yeah.
The wording is so carefully stated on the Netflix press announcements.
If Disney had, it's funny, this model is one of the few things that Disney was late to the game on. So to monetize those characters, they made the deal with Netflix, where actually owning the IP is a very small part of it. You need that recurring revenue stream,
Exactly.
which is where that's coming out of.
Exactly. So I'm just worried because especially because they keep canceling my shows after and they're saying now the other thing I watched is Stranger Things, and they're saying now 3 might be the last Stranger Things series. Then I won't need Netflix anymore.
They all get to a point until there's the next thing, like
Until there's the next
Ozark. I mean, there's other shows on there.
Ozark.
Ozark is awesome.
Oh, that is it Netflix that the one with Chris Pine, the Outlaw King, when he's Robert the Bruce after William Wallace dies?
That's a
Is that-
show or a
yeah.
movie?
Oh, it's fucking awesome.
It is a Netflix show.
Yeah, it's
isn't it?
Netflix.
It's a show?
Chris
What's it
Pine
called?
playing. It's called the Outlaw King. I think it's Chris Pine plays Robert the Bruce after Robert the Bruce wakes the fuck up and decides to go after England for killing William Wallace.
No,
Dude, it is rad, man.
I give it to you. I mean, the movies suck. Their selection is terrible.
Yeah,
But the original programming is.
yeah.
My one fear with what I see Disney doing and the names they're bringing in for the Marvel shows that they've already announced,
Yeah.
they're bringing the movie talent in.
Yeah.
This is not cheap talent.
No, yeah.
I'm curious to see what that price point's going to be
Well,
when that service pops up.
I've heard $7.99. Like I heard they're gonna match Hulu.
Well, they kind of own Hulu. at
I
this
know.
point.
Yeah, maybe you can combo that in Hulu for I don't know.
There was rumors at one point that Hulu was just going to dissolve
Yeah,
because you already had the technological base there,
yeah.
and they were just going to kind of morph onto
yeah.
that platform.
I don't know. I mean, I just paid $25 for a Mickey cup, and it was $200 a day to get into the parks. Disney's got money, fucking hand over fist. They got all the money they need.
Okay, since
Then
we're
what
going to
they
rant
should
for a
do is
second,
make it $3.99 a month, and
they're going the other direction. What they're actually doing, and you've probably already seen this, but we'll educate you. Not only did they raise the prices so they can go peak pricing on certain days, now they're actually truncating certain days and doing separate ticketed events at night.
Yes.
So when we're in Orlando, we're going down for Harley's birthday, Martin Luther King weekend.
yeah,
These are the points. Doing a little weekend down there for her. There were 2 nights while we're there, and it's only like a 5-night stretch, where certain parks are closing at like 6 o'clock. And if you want to go in for that 6 to 10, 6 to 11 stretch, it's a separate $95 ticketed event. So they're essentially getting 2 admissions out of some people
Yeah.
for the same park on the same day.
And what they're also doing is, so like I said, they're doing peak pricing where you're gonna see when Star Wars Land opens, you're gonna see a $200 a day ticket to get to Hollywood Studios.
Easy.
But also the rumor is, and they've kind of already alluded to it, but once you have like the best of the best annual pass, you're getting blacked out of fucking Star Wars Land. And you're gonna get blacked out of Magic Kingdom when Tron opens up and all this stuff. More so in California than Orlando, because California's basis, I think it's like 60% annual pass holders. But I mean, they're spending too much money on this stuff to let people just. Because the thing is, I just came back from California.
Oh yeah, poor them.
Well, no, I'm saying, but in fairness, right? So I just came back from California, where it's all annual pass holders.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I was the only person there to visit the park. Everyone else was there, like with their fucking selfie sticks, with their Instagram accounts, taking pictures with all the Mickey birthday stuff, or doing YouTube videos reviewing like the new churro, whatever the hell it was. It was like people use Disneyland as like a revenue source. So they just spent $17 zillion on this Star Wars park. They can't have it filled with all these people doing their fucking Instagram stuff. So they need to block them out.
We happened to be out there for the Diamond anniversary, I think it was in 15.
Mm-hmm.
And you couldn't get near anything. Not because people wanted to see the place or do the rides. They were just there to buy all the merch DJ was alluding to.
Yep.
Then put it online the next day. I mean, they were cleaning the place up.
It just makes me want to stay home and watch TV.
So not to get you off. Did you see also Moonlight Magic Nights dates came out for
They
next year?
just announced those, yeah.
So I want to take a look at that. So Moonlight Magic is a free event we get to go to for DSD.
Oh,
anyway,
very nice.
The important thing is they give you free ice cream.
Yeah, free ice cream.
Whoa.
As much as you want.
Unlimited free Mickey
bars as far as the eye can see.
Good stuff.
As far as the stomach can grow.
So Daredevil, Sean, whenever you get caught up, we'll talk about that as the season finishes.
Okay.
The season's
I'll watch
phenomenal.
that, yeah.
It's phenomenal. I wish Charlie Cox played Daredevil in the movies. I think we talked about this before.
Yeah.
He just fits the character. Him in that suit, he just fits this. Like, I don't know. It looks like Daredevil to me.
He's such a great actor.
He is. We've talked about that. So we're all caught up on Titans.
Mm-hmm.
Talked about movie trailers. What else we got here?
We haven't touched upon the Elseworlds trailer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Berlaniverse.
Just dropped.
Yeah.
So
Batwoman.
they showed Batwoman in the trailer.
She looks so badass in that.
That's not
She does
Batman.
look, yeah. That's not Batman. So I have to hurry up and get caught up because I'm way behind on my Berlanti stuff.
I'm about 6 weeks behind.
Yeah.
The good thing is
I'm like a
with the
season
crossover-
behind. I'm like fan behind.
Oh, you need to.
Man.
I will catch up before I watch the Elseworlds stuff. I did. So we talked about before. I watch in air date order all the DC shows, both the Berlantiverse as well as Gotham, and I have been including Black Lightning in that. Yeah. I watched the first episode of the second season, and I'm weeks behind on the Berlantiverse, and I popped it. I'll watch it someday while I'm doing other things. It's just not that good.
Interest. No, it's
and I don't dislike any of the actors. I don't dislike any of the production.
Well,
It
kills me because I
just
like
not
that character.
fun. It's
my
not
jam
interesting.
when I was a kid was Batman and the Outsiders. I love that team. Yeah. Batman breaks away from he's got this separate crew for any of the missions that he doesn't want the Justice League to go on.
Yeah.
And I like that the Jefferson Pierce character is awesome, but the show just didn't hold its interest for me.
Yeah, so we'll see how Elseworld looks promising. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
But, Batwoman's gonna be cool. She'll be her own show eventually. So
for fans of the Berlantiverse, to do the little flip between the Hood and Flash, that's
gonna be cool.
That's gonna be good stuff.
Yeah.
So. Okay, so top 3 time. So we talk a lot about our licensed shows and our nerd stuff. Some people have been asking about online talk about some non-nerd stuff. Yeah. So Sean and I had a good idea. So let's do top 3 TV shows we're watching, not of all time, just something that we're in the process of watching, whether it's live week by week or catching up with. Mm-hmm. That's not tied to a comic license, or it's not Game of Thrones or something big and like that.
All right. So let's start with a round of honorable mentions. So I was thinking about this. I mean, I watch a fair amount of current TV. I really only thought about things I'm watching with my wife. So it's not just, me watching crap on myself. The things that didn't quite make the top 3 list, but I thought were worth mentioning. One, Goldbergs. We actually watched this as a family. Now, the Goldbergs is a half-hour cheesy comedy set in the 80s. I'd seen an episode randomly on TV, and it just seemed cheesy and stupid to me. But when, a couple years ago when Kevin Smith directed a Batman episode, I'm like, maybe I'll give this a shot. And so I went back and watched the first couple episodes of the show, and watching it from the beginning and how they set the context, I just love it. And now our entire family, that is we watch it live every Wednesday at 8:00, and so give it a chance. Go watch the first of that, and then another honorable mention that's more serious: a show that's midway through its first season, A Million Little Things.
Okay.
4 friends in Boston, kind of middle-aged guys. One kills himself, and it's the aftermath of these 4 friends this came from out of the blue, and they go to Bruins games together, and and it's just the complexities of the relationships and stuff. It's kind of like dramatic, but we've been surprisingly diving into it, and it's kind of Boston based, but it's a good couples drama.
Oh, cool. Check that out.
Okay. Only one honorable mention for me, and it's more of a guilty pleasure. And this is something that I watch with my wife as well. Ballers.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
And it's essentially watching The Rock in a suit be The Rock.
I'll watch The Rock be anything.
He can read the damn phone book. And it is true. It's a guilty pleasure. You see famous people popping up, famous athletes popping up in...
So what is it, like a football version of Entourage or something?
Kind of. He's a former player agent.
Okay.
Yeah, he's an agent.
Yeah.
He's
I need
playing
to watch
Dwayne.
that.
I mean, he's not...
Yeah.
It's not a stretch.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's complete brain candy.
Hey,
But
there you go. All right.
definitely enjoying it.
For my honorable mention, I'm going to go with... So I've only watched the 1.5 minute there, but that Outlaw King show I was just talking about.
Yeah. So it's The Outlaw King?
Yeah.
I'll have to find
It
it.
just started, but yeah, it's pretty right. It's Chris Pine playing Robert the Bruce. If anyone's ever seen Braveheart, Robert the Bruce, sat on his thumb in the corner while William Wallace did all the work for him, and then he gets killed, and then at the end of Braveheart, he kind of wakes up.
Yeah.
This is all about that. That's pretty good. And then my other honorable mention is I started watching Deadwood again. Just to get ready for the movie because the movie's in filming. So I figured I want to be all caught up on that again.
Nice. Yeah, I will always love Deadwood, and I haven't watched it a couple times through. I'll have to rewatch it because it's just what I need to do is make my wife watch it with me.
See, that's the thing. Heather never watched it the first time around.
Yeah.
And it's just a group of amazing actors chewing scenery.
Ian McShane.
Yeah.
People can watch me the phone book.
Oh, yeah. All right. So top 3 non-nerdly shows we're watching.
It's hard.
For me,
it's harder to do than you think.
It is. It was hard.
It is.
Everything is kind of tangentially tied to.
But I've got some shows that we pretty heavily, actively love right now. So for number 3, another half-hour comedy, one that's been on for a while and kind of wasn't interested in, started watching from the beginning, and we're totally hooked. Superstore, right? It's kind of a Walmart type thing. Yep. Dumb, but fantastic ensemble comedy. Just highly recommended. We blazed through the first, 2.5 seasons or whatever. Now that we're caught up, we can't wait for the next episode. So Superstore, highly recommended.
Excellent. My number 3 is Better Call Saul.
Oh, yeah.
It's
the only reason I didn't think of it is because it's not on at the moment.
I know but to watch those characters, and what made it jump into my mind is the talk about the movie.
Yeah,
that they're chatting about now, where you may see all the characters back.
Yeah, I don't care. I love the Breaking Bad universe, but Better Call Saul. Even if you didn't watch that, by the way,
it stands alone.
It stands alone.
Actually, I think the fact that you were trying to play it right after Breaking Bad, it took me a little longer to get into it.
Yeah,
that first season, but now I just
love it because I spent so much time loving the Vince Gilligan and the crew and the directors and stuff and all the stuff they put into Breaking Bad, and to see just the slight tonal shift, the investment and freedom, having created the universe
character development
to operate where you know what's going to happen, but you have no idea what's going to happen.
No idea how he's going to get there.
Yeah. It's fantastic.
It's fascinating.
Good call.
Okay, so my number, I'm probably going to go real obscure for number 3. So I watch it by myself. My wife thinks it's the stupidest thing ever, but I started watching Baskets.
Oh, I've heard that was good.
With Zach Galifianakis and Louis Anderson.
Yeah. Yep.
I love Zach Galifianakis.
What's it about?
It's about, he's a guy who went to clown school in France and had like a green card wife. He comes back home to work as a rodeo clown. His French wife left him behind and stuff like that. And he was with his mom, who Louis Anderson plays his mom. And he's got a twin.
So no shit. Louis Anderson's playing
Mama Baskets.
Character.
Mama Baskets, yep.
And it's not. Is it a comedy or is it a dark comedy?
It's a dark comedy.
Dark.
Okay.
Wicked dark comedy. And
So Louis absolutely playing it straight ahead as a
yeah, but it's just Louis Anderson with a wig and a dress on. He sounds just like Louis Anderson.
Disturbed.
Yeah. And all they eat is Arby's, and he's got a twin brother who Zach Galifianakis also plays. So there's, and it's just
that's batshit crazy.
And the only friend he has is this lady who works at Costco who drives him around. It's fucking weird, man. But it's just Zach Galifianakis.
I've heard of it.
Guys.
I'll have
Yeah,
to watch
it's I'm drawn to Zach Galifianakis stuff. So
all right,
yeah, so baskets.
Excellent. All right, my number 2 is a show. There's lots of medical shows on, Grey's Anatomy and all these different things. But the show that my wife and I started watching and are just really enjoying is The Good Doctor. And so, one of our daughters is autistic, high functioning, but has a lot of challenges. And so that's one of the reasons I picked it out. I'm like, hey, let's watch this. It might be interesting. And it's I don't know how believable it is, but you got a high functioning but pretty intensely autistic doctor who is a surgeon, who is in a teaching hospital, and that just puts an interesting his honesty and his lack of social cues means all the dramatic situations have a completely different way to be told story-wise. And then he's got a little bit of the A Beautiful Mind type of, you visually see how he thinks about, so it's a little bit of a detective type thing. He visualizes the medical problems and thinks about things in ways that, then he'll come up with something and everybody ignores him because he's stating it in a kind of a socially awkward way. But it's really good.
So is it kind of a spin-off The House premise? Or
not.
See, I thought it was like
directly.
I thought it was like Doogie Howser.
No. It's pure on drama with a lead who is very challengingly autistic, and it's a drama. It's not. I mean, it's got warmth and stuff. It's a medical show, but it's much more about that and the relationships and stuff. So really highly recommended. We have been really loving it. Cool. The Good Doctor.
It's the kid from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh, is it?
Or Charlie and the Chocolate
right.
Factory.
Yeah.
Okay.
Freddie Highmore or whatever.
Yeah, Freddie Highmore. He's a British guy playing a non-British,
He was on Bates Motel.
Yeah.
He was on Bates Motel too. Which was
I never watched that. I heard that was
excellent.
good.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, The Good Doctor.
Cool. Chris, what we
very
got?
cool. I tend to stay in the pay universe for all the shows we're watching now. My number 2 is Ray Donovan.
Oh, I've heard it's fantastic.
It is.
Think about that.
They're in their ninth season or something.
You just
7,
choose scenery.
Is it a Hollywood-based show type of thing, or
a
Los
Boston
Angeles?
family that moved to Los Angeles? It's an interesting twist where it ties back into the church sex scandal.
Oh, wow.
And how it directly affected this and the ramifications of it. He plays the title character as a Hollywood fixer. So he's basically the one
of my
in the studio.
favorite things.
It plays in all those worlds that we like.
Yeah.
Where he's the one they're calling in when they're having difficulty with a star or the gay actor who's not publicly out yet, and you need to bury certain stories and things like that.
I love Hollywood behind the scenes stuff.
It's
L.A. Confidential, one of my favorite movies. Yeah.
John Voight plays his father, who is very much a Whitey Bulger-esque gangster who is informer for the FBI. I mean,
does he live in L.A. now?
He does. They actually just all moved this season. They're back on the East Coast.
Really?
So I don't want to spoil anything, but there was
spoil
circumstances that lead them to come back to the East Coast. But
Ray Donovan. Is that HBO?
Showtime.
Showtime. Okay.
I forgot about that show. I watched it I'm behind a couple of seasons, but yeah, the show's awesome. I mean, Lois Schreiber has become one of my favorites.
I'm trying to remember where I first remember seeing him in the movies.
He was in the Omen remake. He was the father in the Omen remake.
Yeah, but that's not who I'm.
You probably saw him in Sabretooth in the
X-Men. I think it was before
for
that.
me, he's...
Was he in one of the Scream movies?
Oh, he might have been.
Maybe
Scream 3 or whatever.
I think he was.
Yeah,
I think.
He was in the Scream 2. He was in the film school one.
I think that's where I first saw him, and he's a weird dude, right? He there's something about him that's a little bit.
For me, he will always be Ross the Boss Ray from Goon. So.
I mean, he can play
anything.
Boston Southie tough guy perfectly.
Ray Donovan. I'll have to put that up higher on the list.
My number 2, I'm going Ballers.
Oh, really?
Oh, dude, the show is
So
freaking money, dude.
two of you
It's
saying
so
that
good.
has to put it way up my list. All right.
Because, like you said, like I love The Rock. I loved Entourage.
Yeah.
I loved Entourage.
So
Yeah,
how sports knowledge do you have to be to enjoy it?
None. You just have to know these
Not
guys.
really.
You guys have to know these guys. Most of these guys make $1 zillion and have 10-cent heads. That's all you need to know.
So then I'll put it on our list.
Yeah, and like you know,
As a couple.
some guy like Charles Suggs will pop in for cameos, or Ndamukong Suh, Edelman, and Amendola on one episode.
But
so,
you don't really need to know.
So it is. It's sports
kind of
agent
on-
entourage.
yeah,
Yeah.
basically, yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of on the nose where they'll say, "Oh, hey, Julian."
Yeah,
Nice to-
exactly.
I mean, they tell you who.
So
it
it's
is.
entourage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. It's
But with The Rock.
The Rock.
So The Rock's the lead in this show.
The Rock
It's
is
The
doing
Rock and Rob
everything.
Corddry.
Rob Corddry's in it?
Yeah, he's his
Oh.
partner,
Co-lead, yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
dude. Okay.
and he's a fucking nutbag. Yeah, it's
it's so good.
HBO has awesome TV shows anyway, but it's just like you said, the Rock factor and everything. And I'm a big sports guy, so I'm going Ballers.
Okay. I'll totally
Nice
into
ball.
that. All right. So my number one is, kind of sells again the I'm really thinking of shows that we watch as a couple and full up owning that I cry a lot when I watch TV. And so This Is Us.
Oh fuck!
All right. This is a show that I did not want to watch when it came out. Right. It looked like the most manipulative, constructed, purposefully diverse, oh, look how many races we have. Oh, look what a complex family we are. We're gay, all these different things. And, I don't have problems with any of those things. I just don't like being force-fed message or constructed diversity.
Yeah. For
And
no reason.
so I didn't want to watch it. And I just had a number of friends who were like, oh, you got to watch this show. And so we watch it, and it should be called This Is Us Crying.
Yes,
Because it is family drama. It is so well written, so well structured. It has future and past smoothly tied in. So you're seeing characters, but you're also seeing their parents in the past and sometimes things in the future. And it is it's amazing, right? It's really, you will absolutely freaking cry. If you don't, you're not human. And there's plenty of people who aren't human.
Take that as a challenge.
But it's just really so good that I really think it's worth watching.
Can't do it. Can't do it.
So you don't like to cry, and I understand.
I hate to cry, but I can't.
So it's tough. It hits, right? There's not a family issue or personal thing that you've gone through that's not going to be hit on this, and so it can be tough. So I understand.
Yeah, I don't think. Cause we talked about. I get attached to fictional characters and stuff like that, and it's hard to watch Game of Thrones, even though it's like mindless. No, I don't think I don't think I physically have the strength to watch a show like that because I can't do it.
We watch in the basement. I'm in a recliner and we're in a big, soft, warm, under blankets in a dark room with a huge TV, and we just sit there sniffling. Yeah. And it's a rough watch, but you get
so
human.
caught up in it.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Well, it feels, and it's nice to escape into somebody else's feelings for a while.
Yeah.
Everybody's got their own, and thankfully, usually it's not as rough as what you're seeing fictionally. Yeah. But yeah, This Is Us is my number one.
Excellent. My number one, staying in the Showtime verse, is Billions.
Oh,
another one I've heard that I haven't watched.
So amazingly good.
I've heard good things.
Geez.
You have two leads that are just chewing scenery. I mean, Pig Vomit is amazing. Paul Giamatti is.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm like, Pig Vomit. Why do
Pig
I know
Vomit?
this? Yeah.
He's Pig. He will be Pig Vomit forever.
And the other guy is the guy from Band of Brothers.
Band of Brothers and Homeland.
Homeland, yeah.
And then your female lead is Maggie Sif? No. The girl she played Tara on Sons of Anarchy.
Oh,
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't seen Sons?
I haven't seen Sons.
I only see like 2 seasons.
Have you watched Mayans, the one after it? I've got a buddy who's watching that. It's not as good.
It's recorded. I haven't watched it.
Yeah. All right. Sorry to pull you aside.
No, you're fine. So on top of an amazing cast, you have a central character it's the guy you always wanted to be, right?
Really?
He's the guy that
Chris Davis
grew up from nothing. No, that's who DJ wants to be.
We all want to
And me.
be Chris.
I mean,
We all want to be Chris.
He's the guy who came up from nothing,
yeah.
built his way up, and it's what you would do, when you're sitting around talking to your buddies in the dorm room.
Yeah.
When I have some money,
Yeah.
I'm going to charter a freaking jet to go to a Metallica concert in Montreal because I can.
Yeah. That's
Showing up.
what Chris Davis does.
I don't charter the jets.
Okay.
That's
yes.
entirely different. You're pulling me off topic. But no, it's an interesting take. It plays in that whole Wall Street. I was a big Wall Street guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that first movie that'll be top 10 for me
Yeah.
forever. I just love that movie.
All right. But this
it
is
plays in that
something-
world. So you have
It's drama,
U.S.
right?
It's drama.
Yeah.
You have the U.S. prosecutor on one side who's played by Giamatti.
Oh, I didn't realize they
So
were.
Bobby Axelrod is your boy from Homeland.
Oh.
What's his last name?
Damian Lewis?
Damian Lewis. Thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah, I think
And
that's
it's
it.
written by the same team that wrote Rounders.
I haven't seen Rounders. I know.
So it's an interesting power play between the two. So you have this triangle dynamic
Mhm.
where Bobby Axelrod, the guy who runs the hedge fund,
Mhm.
and the U.S. attorney are at odds.
Mm-hmm.
The U.S. attorney's wife
Yeah.
is the psychological coach for Axelrod's trading firm. So there's this weird
Oh.
triangle dynamic going on.
That seems a bit
You have
dangerous.
split interests where she's financially tied to this while married to him.
That
and it's-
almost seems. Yeah. Okay.
It's fascinating.
So is
It's
it
a fascinating.
two seasons
It's,
in?
you're 3 seasons
Three
in.
seasons in.
You're 3 seasons in.
So you
And what's
got
God,
ballers and billions.
Malkin.
There's a pattern there, Chris.
What do you mean? I like watching rich people on TV.
that start with
Malkin,
B and N and S.
what's her name? Silk Spectre in the Watchmen movie. Malkin.
Yeah, I call her
I
Silk
can't
Spectre still.
remember. Yeah.
I can't pronounce.
Ackerman?
Malin Ackerman.
Malin.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
She plays Bobby Axelrod's
I like
wife. I mean,
Okay.
it's an amazing cast.
I mean, you got
thrown into this world.
Giamatti, and I'm kind of sold in.
And you have 2 amazing actors just chewing scenery, and Maggie Siff is the same way.
Okay.
I mean, she holds her own. She's probably more the central character
okay.
in it than the boys playing against each other.
Okay.
So
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
What's
so-
your number one?
So as we talk about these, and like we overlap some shows and stuff,
Yeah.
and then people bring up shows that we're not watching, and you think in your head of all the stuff out there, you realize that, especially with all these page channels now, there's just not enough time for one human being to consume all this
clearly.
entertainment.
yeah.
there's too much.
It's
This
like
is why we need to win
Like, I start-
more, win the lottery or
Exactly.
something. Just
even if you didn't have to work, you
this is also why Wall-E is the world, the future that I want. Yes, I
Mhm.
realize
The
to get there we
reclining
have to
chair.
destroy the planet and
Yeah, that's
have
getting
robots
that's
do
getting
everything
close
for
too.
us.
It's another show,
But floating recliners and
Seriously.
milkshakes
It's like-
and TV, I'm in.
now I'm like, I started watching Deadwood again because I
Mm-hmm.
haven't watched it in like a decade, and I'm like, oh, but fuck, I never finished Ray Donovan. Oh, and I haven't seen.
Oh yeah.
I haven't watched Breaking Bad yet.
I need to go back and watch The Sopranos again.
I know it's like
yeah, I was
how
thinking
how
I need
how
to
do you do
start
all
that
this?
from episode 1
which
again.
is
Ugh.
a lot of watching.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So my number one is I tried to go back to not a net something on like good old fashioned TV,
Mm-hmm.
and something that we watch together. Me and my wife watch it because I can't watch this without her. She'll kill me. My number one is Superstore.
Oh really?
Oh, I fucking love
Nice.
Superstore.
Yeah.
I worked at Walmart when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Um,
See, I have no retail experience.
I do. I do. I have a
But
lot
it
of
feels
retail
like it would
experience.
be office space if you
Yeah,
have retail.
it's in the thing that gets me the most about Superstore is I love the characters. Like I love
Yeah.
Garrett. A lot of
that's who I was thinking.
Garrett's my
might
favorite.
like
Yeah.
the best. Yeah.
A lot of some of the people like obviously Mark McKinney was on SNL and Kids in the
Yeah.
Hall, and so you have a couple people that used to be on Parks and
I
Rec.
hadn't realized I was a huge Kids in the Hall fan.
Yeah.
I just hadn't realized it was him because it's been so many years
yeah,
since Kids
and
in the Hall.
and he's playing. He's not just like Mark McKinney. He's
yeah.
a full blown character.
Oh, yeah, my microphone just attacked me. Beep.
He's a full blown character in the show. So it's and American Ferrera is great. And it's awesome. But the thing that gets me the most about the show is like the in between scenes they just show like customers doing shitty
yeah,
customer
yeah.
things. Like
There's
people,
a
like,
second unit that does nothing except just arrange bullshit scenarios and shoots them for 3 seconds.
like
Yeah.
people hiding stuff under the
yeah.
watermelons and stuff, and
Yeah.
kids by themselves in the playpen, and the
Yeah.
people taking naps in the beds in the store and shit like that. So
Yep.
I said, as someone with a retail experience, I went Superstore. 'Cause
Nice.
It's just funny, and it's nice too. It's like 26 minutes on Hulu. You can just blast through them and stuff like that. So
So I know you're going to recount what they all were, but just noticing, mine were all open standard network shows, which kind of surprises me given how much the pay cable world in the last 15, 20 years has changed.
Yeah.
How amazing television has. But I actually feel like the stuff I'm watching, the ones that we listed here that aren't the pay ones, are still pretty good. The pay ones clearly stand out in terms of no limitation of adult theme and writing and intensity and production value.
The one thing, they have the budgets of a network show, but they only have to produce 10, 12 hours of TV.
Short seasons are so much
and they don't
better.
have FCC to answer to and stuff like that. Yeah. Plus, too, is we did I could have gone into some of the pay stuff. I don't count HBO as a pay thing because it comes with my DirecTV now. Yeah. But
I don't count anything as a pay thing, but that's not something we're going to discuss.
We're not going to discuss that here.
I'm saying I could have I love Stranger Things, but that's become a nerd. That's a licensed thing now, basically. Yeah. Even though it wasn't to start with, it is now. But now it's there's Stranger Things Underoos. It's everywhere, you know. So I try to dodge some of that stuff, but
I try to avoid Castle Rock for the same. It kind of trends. I mean, if I was to pick one show that I loved more than anything else this year, it was probably that.
It'd be like me picking a Star Wars TV show. You know?
But you hit one of the key things: the number of episodes. Right, that's a defining thing for the Netflix ones.
Was Castle Rock was 8?
Castle Rock was 8.
And it's perfect.
Even when they went beyond, some of the Netflix shows, they went to 11 or 12 or 13.
It's too much.
8 to 10
is the sweet spot.
If you're allowed to write them as an arc and produce them without having to write between them, you get such goodness.
It's one of the things that made the second season of Iron Fist better than the first.
Yes.
10 episodes.
Yeah.
You banged it out. You could have done that. You guys haven't finished Daredevil yet?
No.
When you get to the end of 13, you're going to think back over the entire arc.
Yeah, you could have went down to
you could have gone to 10 or 11.
Yeah.
What do you think drives the more episodes? Do you think that's from a studio side? Do you think that's from an actor side? Do you think it's from because it's got to be inflation of, if I'm getting paid 1.2 per episode.
With the Marvel shows,
it was
Disney dictated.
Really?
That was one of the things that came out in these cancellations.
Yeah.
Disney wanted more episodes.
Yeah.
And that could be part of the power play too. They're trying to throw
movies.
things out there that will cause Netflix to back away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
okay.
I don't know.
Still, this top 3 has me excited to watch some stuff, particularly Ballers with you two.
Yeah, you have
to go watch
Ballers. Run them down.
Okay. No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say Ballers it's brain candy.
It is.
Quick episodes, you're going to fly through seasons.
Exactly. They go by quick.
That's why Superstore was such a quick burn.
So Sean did Superstore at number 3, The Good Doctor at number 2, and This Is Us Crying at number 1. Chris went with Better Call Saul.
Oh, wait. Another B. You had 3 Bs.
Better Call. Yeah. Yeah, he did. He went with Ray Donovan at number 2.
Oh, no.
And he went with...
I had Ballers as my honorable.
Oh, that's why I got confused. Okay.
So it was Better Call Saul, Ray Donovan, and Billions at number 1. And I went with Baskets.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
It's all these.
There's a theme. Ballers at number 2 and Superstore at number 1.
Shows the creativity of Hollywood. They don't get past the letter B.
Yeah.
When naming shows.
And one word.
They were all playing on the same Scrabble board when they named these things. So if anyone wants to hit us up on Twitter at FMen37, we're also on iTunes, Google Play, and SoundCloud. Hopefully coming soon to Alexa speakers. Mm-hmm. And coming up, we're going to have a Christmas episode coming out. And we're going to go see Aquaman at early...
Aquamomoa.
We're going to see it... We're going to see it a week before it comes out, so we're going to try to get a review out for the day it launches.
Yeah, we're part of a real select group. Only
97 million Prime members in the U.S. Yeah.
Well, we're the select group that actually got the damn tickets for they sold out in 30 seconds.
Good point. Good point.
There you go.
We're going to do that too. So thank you everyone for joining us, and we'll talk to you next time.
Have a great week.
Guys.
Bye.